Are you a person who says yes? When someone asks you out to do something new, something you've never done, do you just automatically say yes? Or are you like me? You're a stick in the mud. Always say no. You want to do it safe and familiar and comfortable. I was always a stick in the mud my entire life until about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, there were a confluence of events. Several things happened all within a few months of each other that kind of changed my outlook on life. The first was really exciting. My wife and I found out we were expecting our third child. It was also a little bit scary, but mostly exciting. The second thing was my 17-year-old niece died in a car accident. She was a new driver and just was inexperienced and wrecked her car, and it cost her life. Chelsea was an amazing person who always said yes to everything. She was vibrant and brilliant and really had a thirst for life. The third thing that happened was I lost my job. I was laid off after 6 years with the same company, and I kind of felt lost. How was I going to provide for my family, the 2 children I already had, plus the new one on the way? And more than that, how could I make up for Chelsea dying? Like, what could I do to make my life worth living to make up for the fact that she couldn't live hers? Talked to my wife, and we decided that I needed to say yes. I needed to do things that I'd never done before and have experiences that I'd never had before. So I planned a trip. I'd always dreamed of taking my motorcycle around the U.S., and that's what I decided to do. I started here in Lexington, North Carolina, this little pin that says home, and over the next 3 weeks, I would travel more than 7,000 miles and make a giant loop in the continental United States. Now, I have family members scattered all over in the Chicago area, Viroqua, Wisconsin, in the Pacific Northwest, and in the Pacific South. But obviously there are big stretches of country between those places. So I decided the best way to travel was going to be saying yes and meeting new people. I got on Facebook and asked for connections. I got on couch surfing websites. I spent the night with complete strangers after knowing them for 30 minutes. It was crazy. But it was also really exhilarating, and it was a really eye-opening experience. I met people that were from different countries, different cultures. I spent the night with one couple that I honestly don't know that they spoke any English at all. I couldn't understand anything that they said. They couldn't seem to understand much that I said. But somehow, using Google Translate, we were able to communicate enough for me to set the appointment. And then once I got there, it really didn't seem to matter. We communicated with gestures and figured out what was going on. During this trip, I saw things I'd never seen before. I saw the Grand Canyon in Arizona. I saw Mann's Chinese Theater in Los Angeles. I saw Mount Rainier in Washington, and when I was in South Dakota, I saw Mount Rushmore. All these things were things that I've read about, things that I've seen in pictures but had never seen in person. It was such an experience for me and such a cultural revelation to see all of this, and it taught me a lot of things. One of the biggest things it taught me was I should say yes. I should say yes to more things. Maybe not everything, but definitely more things. It also taught me that as much as I enjoyed that adventure, I probably should have done it when I was younger, because I'm getting a little too old to spend all day on a motorcycle every day. It also really taught me to cherish my family. I missed them while I was gone, and I know that they missed me. But it also made me want to share that adventure with them and take them next time. I want my children to see the French Quarter in New Orleans, to try the beignets. I want to take them to see the Grand Canyon and to see Mount Rainier and to hike the paths leading up to Mount Rushmore. I want them to know what that's like. I'm a changed person now. I say yes. And I hope that you say yes too.